A vaccine works by injecting a human or an animal with a very small dosage of a non-pathogenic virus in order to stimulate an immune response. This allows the subject to develop antibodies. Their antibodies will learn and remember the virus and be able to fight it off if they ever contract it in the future. Some vaccines can last a few years while others last a lifetime.
The body recognizes the foreign antigens on the virus cells and starts an immune response. Part of this response includes making antibodies, which are small proteins that will bind to the virus's antigen.
Rabies is caused by the virus Neurotrophic lyssavirus. Bites from wild and unvaccinated dogs cause most rabies cases worldwide. Animals that contract the virus end up presenting serious neurological symptoms within about 2 to 10 days after the initial onset. Once symptoms develop, the virus is extremely fatal.
When someone is bitten by an animal with rabies, the virus enters through the saliva. The virus will then replicate in the muscle near the bite and move to the peripheral nervous system. This allows the virus to move up the spinal cord into the brain, causing swelling of the brain. The virus then enters the salivary glands, where it can be transmitted to another individual.
In order to prevent rabies, a vaccine can be administered. With the rabies vaccine, a small amount of the inactivated virus is injected into muscle tissue. This inactivated form allows the body to stimulate an immune response and produce antibodies without actually causing disease.
Inactivated rabies virus injected into the body stimulates the production of B cells, lymphocytes responsible for producing antibodies, and CD4 positive cells using MHC class II mechanisms. This leads to the activation of lymphocytes, CD4 positive antibody secreted plasmacytes, and neutralizing antibodies in the nervous system functional tissue.
Ultimately, the activation of CD4 positive T lymphocytes leads to the production of rVNAs, or rabies virus neutralizing antibodies, that target and destroy the rabies virus.
The vaccine is administered in 3 different doses or booster shots. The initial dose, a second several days later, and a third 28 days after the initial. This allows the body to produce an adequate amount of antibodies to keep your body properly protected in the future. After initially receiving the vaccine, the antibodies produced consist mainly of IgG, IgA, and IgM. After the 2 booster shots, IgG is the predominant antibody used in the immune response.